Hello, so we are back at it again with another recipe video because as we all know, this is the kitchen. My hair is crazy today, so let's just focus on the recipe. Today I'm going to be making something very good. It is amazing. I have been making this like every so often, and it's so good. It is so good. Now you might be wondering what I'm talking about. Let me show you. So what I've got here is 12 ounces of potato all chopped up. Then I have 1/3 cup of carrot, again, chopped up, ready to go. And what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to put them in some boiling water and let it cook for about 12 minutes or until you can easily put a fork through both of these. And I'm talking like butter, put a fork through it when it's like very soft. So that's what we're looking for. And so you might be wondering, what are you making? Well, it is a specialty. It is going to be a vegan cheese sauce, and you won't want to miss this recipe. So we're going to be using this white distilled vinegar, and we're going to have 1.5 teaspoons. We're going to put that all in a food processor. Now it's not going to be much because it's a very small amount, but that's what we're going to do next. So we're going to put these in a food processor along with some other goodies. Next, we're going to be adding 1 teaspoon of salt. Don't worry, this is dry. I just dried it and cleaned it out. So we'll be adding this to the food processor. I do not salt the boiling water for the potatoes and carrots, so that is why I'm adding the teaspoon of salt. Now, it really is going off of taste. I don't salt the water because I don't want it to be overly salty. I want to add my own salt. So that is why I'm doing it this way. So yeah, I'm going to be adding this now to the food processor, which has that distilled vinegar. Next, I'll be adding this garlic. Now, I don't really have a specific amount that I put in. I really just eyeball it and add as I go. But I think maybe in total, maybe a teaspoon to a tablespoon, possibly more. I'm really not sure. I don't ever measure. But you can use 1 to 2 cloves of garlic if that suits you more. If you want to use like the actual herb itself. I just use the granulated garlic here because it's something that I always have on hand and you go through it quite a bit. So I'm going to be putting this in with that other stuff now. And then I'm also going to be adding this onion powder. Now I will be also putting some fresh onion in there possibly at the end. Really depends on whether or not I want to make this a little bit more spicy or not. Because onion mixed with jalapeno does make a spicy blend. But I don't know if I want to do the nacho cheese version or just the plain version. I might just do the plain version this time around. But you can always add, jalapenos if you want it on nachos or tacos or something along those lines. Next, we want to put in some cumin. So with this, you do not want too much. So really, probably about a little bit less than a 1/2 teaspoon. It's more like maybe a 1/4. But yeah, just the smallest amount of this stuff. And then a little bit of turmeric. Just to give it a more orangey look, so it will look more like kind of a a cheddar cheese. This is not needed. You really don't need to add this, but just for the sake of this, we're going to be adding it. And again, not very much. Maybe more like, I don't know, half to a fourth to a half teaspoon, if that. Just really like a dash, and that's all. Then another thing is spicy brown mustard. Now you really just want like a dollop of this, so maybe about a half teaspoon again. Really just a drop, like a decent sized drop, but yeah, not too much. So this is what it should look like inside the food processor. Like I said, not very much of that spicy mustard, just a dollop. And then these are our spices over here, which are getting a little bit wet because of the vinegar, but that's all right. Also, one more thing. Save about a third cup of the potato carrot water, because you're going to be wanting to add that in here. Maybe a little bit more, depending on how you like the consistency of your cheese. If you like it a little bit thicker, sometimes a third cup will do it. If you like it a little bit thinner, you may want to save a little bit more of the potato water. So, and those will be done in a little bit, and then we'll drain those. But first, getting out the water that we need to blend it with this. And then we'll blend it up in here, and then it's pretty much done. We'll adjust the seasonings if we need to, but really that is it. It's really simple, really good. I'll show you the end result. You won't want to miss it. It is amazing. Oh my god, my mouth is watering already. Okay, so you know you love hot sauce when you have different varieties. But in this recipe, you will want to add a dash of hot sauce. Now, if you want to not do that, that is fine. Just add jalapenos. But I will be adding just a dash of hot sauce to this because it just gives it kind of a kick that it needs. Now you can go with the Cholula, you can go with Frank's, or you can even go with the Aldi's hot sauce Berman's. So, pick your liking, and this one is a bit too spicy for it, and it would give it kind of a weird tint, so I don't typically use this. I haven't had this one for a while, so yeah, this one's a no-go. But, again, it's okay to use jalapeno because those will be in little bits because you're putting it in a food processor, so it's blitzing it, so it's not going to give it like a weird green tint like this would. So, really kind of go with the red hot sauce variety line. And this time, I think what I'm going to do is add the Frank's, and yeah, just like maybe 2 dashes of it, really not much, and then that will be the rest that's going in the food processor, besides the potatoes and the carrots, which it sounds like they are finished. So, let's get to it. So yeah, if you can see, not very much hot sauce is needed. Okay, so the carrots are not quite done yet, so I'm going to cook it for 3 more minutes and see how that does. Like I said, you really want it to be very easy to just pierce through with a fork, and then remember to save that liquid. Look at this cheese sauce. This is amazing. So, like I said, it looks like a cheddar cheese sauce, but it's all vegan and made of plants, which is amazing, and it's healthier for you. Um, so, yeah. Um, at the end, I did add about 2 pinches of sea salt, and then I added a small amount more of hot sauce just to make it a little bit more spicy. But again, you can add jalapenos if you want to add that kick to it. This one I am using for a mac and cheese sauce, so I don't want it to be too spicy, but I want it to have some kind of level of spiciness to it. But anyways, it is so versatile. Um, or versatile, however you say that word, and it is amazing. Like I said, you can put it on nachos, tacos, put it on mac and cheese. You can, I mean, there's so many uses to it. You could use it as a fondue. I mean, there's just the possibilities of this recipe are endless, and you can add different flavors to it to your liking, and it's really good base to have. And so I wanted to share that with you. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so every time I post a video you will be notified. And I will see you on the next one. Thank you so much for watching.